Okay, back for game three. And right before getting into this one, I just wanted to give a quick update there and actually comparison as well and show real life after two games of this historic series and then in my replay. Not sure if you can see any resemblance there, any similarities. Just, maybe take a close look if you see anything similar going on. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, yeah, might as well get the game three was played in Winnipeg on September 6th of 1972. This one in real life ended up being a 3-3 tie game. And but that once again that has no say necessarily on what's going to happen here. So let's find out what will happen here actually by flipping the cards and getting right into it. Trying a bit of a different setup here. I thought even though this desk is a little old and worn, I thought I don't know, looking at the game two video, and again, please feel free to let me know in comments, what kind of display you prefer. Um, but I thought that I don't know, something about the dark fleece blanket I thought kind of took away from some of the other things that I wanted to have on camera. So anyway, with that said, yeah, we're about a minute in. No use waiting any longer. We're going to take 2 minutes off the clock here to start things off here with game three here in Winnipeg. And let's see here at 2 minutes, at the 2 minute mark, there's going to be no scoring chance either way. Something I should have mentioned also off the top, so I will at this point. Tony Esposito's in net once again for Canada. He's basically ousted Dryden from the starting position. Of course, it's going to be Tretiak in goal for the USSR. And also, actually, pregame flips for this one favor Canada more than in the first two games there. As you can see, they have a higher scoring chance range for this game. The Soviets, I believe this is the same actually as game two that they have. So anyway, the first 2 minutes, we don't have a chance either way. So 2 more minutes come off the clock. You're up to minute four. And that's going to be no chance for either side. So 3 more minutes now come off the clock. Bit of a slow start to this one, much like in game two. And just as I say that, it's the Soviets here with a chance here in the 7th minute. And that's going to be player H for the Soviet Union, which is Yuri Blinov. And Blinov here, he has the puck in the slot. And lo and behold, he scores a goal. And I don't have my, hold on a moment. Okay, I was forgetting something there. So it's 1-0 here early for the Russians. In real life, actually, Canada game three was considered actually the headline that I checked out here just earlier. This was considered a bit of a disappointment for Team Canada because, of course, they had come back to tie the series in game two. They were looking to pull ahead in game three in Winnipeg, and they scored first, and they also had a pair of 2-goal leads. Historically, this was a 4-4 tie, actually, here in the third game. And here early in the 7th minute of the first period, it's Yuri Blinov scoring for the Soviet Union with, let's see here, I'm looking at L2D2 or actually L3D2 for assist. Once again, no player six on Russia or no six rating for the assist. So it's going to be Blinov from Mikhailov. Goodness, I run into another name every single time. Just my luck that I'm a little unsure about. So anyway, that's I try to look at shorter clips to grab the names from. Otherwise, I have to go through hours of footage to find their names called, and I just have or try to fast forward, rewind, and sort of guess at it. But anyway, it's going to be Blinov from Mikhailov here at. I'll take the seconds off this assist card actually, so it's 7:47. We flip on here. It's 1-0 Soviets. So we go into the 8th minute now, and in the 8th minute, with a scoring chance, actually immediately something like in game two here, Team Canada coming back the other way. Player N on Team Canada is Peter Mahovlich. Peter Mahovlich, he has scored earlier in the series from the face-off circle. That's going to be no goal. And we're going to stay in the 8th minute, however. And in the 8th minute, with a 74 just under Canada's scoring range here for game three. So 2 more minutes come off the clock. We're up to minute 10 here in the first period. That could be a penalty to Russia. Let's see, XY2. We look at XY2. Indeed, there is a player X. So I think this is the first time actually in the series that Canada will go on the power play first in one of these. Try to slide that back there a little bit. Okay, so Canada's going to be for 2 minutes or less here. They're going to be up a player. So 10. I don't take it. I don't get exact time there for the power play. I don't think that many do. So for the next couple of minutes here, let's see 61 or above. And with an 81, Canada's going to have an opportunity here in the power play. Player B, somewhat appropriate. It's going to be Phil Esposito. Phil Esposito, who's been snake bitten through two games so far, he has it at the blue line here in the power play. And once again, Phil Esposito is denied and left off the board. So second power play minute. Actually, there could be a penalty to Canada in this one. So I'm looking actually at penalty B. This came up last game just about. 1-2-5 for fighting. That's not... there's going to be nothing doing there. And so probably what I'm going to do here, actually, because I took a quick look, to be honest, and the next one's the fight card as well. I'm just going to use this and allow the minutes to transpire. So I'm going to say here after Canada's power play, 4 more minutes come off the clock. We're up to minute 14 now. And because it was actually that is correct, because I only checked penalty B there for Canada. Sometimes when I check penalty B, I automatically want to do it for both teams. We're up to minute 14 now with a 29. That's no chance either way. So we go up to minute 16 here in the period. And with an 11, that's going to be another chance for the USSR. Player G this time for the USSR is Evgeny Zeman. And Zeman with the puck in the slot. And that's going to be another goal here. So the Soviets get up here by a pair early in Winnipeg. So if Game 3 in real life was disappointing, imagine how the Canadians, after coming back and having won Game 2, both in real life and in the replay, how they would have felt here. It's going to be 2-0. Let me flip for assists before I get too excited and forget to. It's... I'm looking at line 1D2 there. Zeman actually does play on line 1, so that's perfect. L2, that's going to be Shaigonov and Shadrin. That's one player that I was actually looking at or trying to listen to his name being called prior to doing this. So, and I heard Shadrin. So it's a Zeman here from Shaigonov and Shadrin. I'll take the seconds off this one. So it's at 16:41 and we play on. Actually, we could have another chance here in the same minute. No, we do not. No chance either way. 2 more minutes come off the clock now. We're up to minute 18. And with a 24, that's going to be no chance either way. 3 more minutes come off the clock now. And so saved by the buzzer, we're into intermission. It's 2-0 for USSR after 1. Back for period 2 here after the first 20 at 7 minutes and 47 seconds in. It was Yuri Blinov scoring for the Soviets, and then at 16:41, Evgeny Zeman made it 2-0 USSR. So we're going to start period 2. 1 minute comes off the clock here to start things off. And 16, that's going to be another chance actually for Russia. The chance is going to go to player W. Player W for the Soviets is... Why am I not seeing a W? Oh, goodness, Shaigonov on the defense. Shaigonov, who has scored in this series. Shaigonov has it in the slot. And lo and behold, my goodness, if this had transpired in real life, they might have looked to pull Esposito and head back to Dryden. So here early in period 2, I'll take the time off this card. We'll see it a minute 24 into period 2. And I'm looking at 4 bench D2. No, I won't. Well, let's see here. There are no bench players. So I'll take the L1 there, actually. L1, R5. I'm going to say Shaigonov from Shadrin. And Shadrin with a second assist of the contest. And the center would also be Shadrin. So Shaigonov from Shadrin here at a minute 24 into period 2. Let me slide this up a little further there. And, okay. Wow, this is, well, I don't know what I should have expected. I mean, anything can happen here. So let's see. Game's still young. It's still early. Let's see. No time comes off the clock here, though. With a 20, that's going to be just outside the USSR's range. 1 more minute comes off the clock here. Now we're up to 2 minutes. 43, that could be a penalty once again to the Soviets here. I'm looking at VZ2. VZ2, they do have a Z2, so immediately, once again, Canada is going to be in the power play. Esposito was denied with the player advantage there in the first period. Let's see what they get here. With a 7, that's actually going to be a shorthanded chance back the other way. And I'm looking at player E here, unless he is in the box. And again, that's kind of a house rule that I use. I did say VZ2, right, for the penalties. It was VZ2. Yes, it was VZ2. So let's see. I'm looking at player E. Player E is Boris Mikhailov, actually. And let's see here. And another thing that I do a little differently, the shorthanded opportunity is always from the blue line, so I just look immediately to see if it's goal or no goal. Watch this one actually be a goal now, shorthanded. Oh my goodness, it is. So wow. So there you go. Had I been playing by the actual rules of the official rules of the game, but I do not. With a 98, that's going to be a power play chance back the other way for Team Canada. So not trying to orchestrate any controversy here or anything. I assure you, Bill Goldsworthy here with it in the power play, if I can believe that. Let's see here. Goldsworthy has it in the slot in the power play. Save, actually, we're going to flip for a save to see if Tretiak makes the save. With a 6, that is narrowly by Vladislav Tretiak here on the power play. In period 2, Bill Goldsworthy getting Canada on the board. That's at least his second goal in the series. And L2D2 here, so L2 left wing is Paul Henderson. Henderson picks up another point now. He had a pretty big game too. And 6 assist rating, I'm not seeing any, though it is in the power play. Sometimes I would flip a third card. I don't think I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to say Goldsworthy from Henderson. 5-on-4 here, and actually, sorry, I have to advance time as well, so we're up to minute 4 here now because the penalty. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. So 2 more minutes are going to come off the clock here. Now we're up to minute 6, of course, because I'm flipping for time. That penalty will not count. With a 93, however, Canada with a chance to get back here to within one. Player I for Team Canada is Yvonne Cornway. Also had a productive series thus far. Cornway has it in the face-off circle. No goal for Cornway, so we flip on here. Although, actually, no, we're going to stay in the 6th minute. I stand corrected. 62, no chance either way. 3 more minutes come off the clock. Now we're up to minute 9. 13, that's going to be another chance for the Russians here. And I look at you, that's Valerie Karlamov, actually. And Karlamov has it in the slot. Dangerous, with bad intentions in the puck, in the slot. Goodness, what am I trying to say here? Tripping over my own words. That's going to be a goal for Karlamov. So it's going to be 4-1 here. I did say the pregame flips favor Canada, but as we're seeing here, as it's flipping out, I used the term flip for that. It is, it's, been pretty one-sided thus far. We're just about halfway through. Anyway, it's going to be 4-1 Karlamov for Russia. They're scoring, getting their 4th goal. I should flip for assist, of course. So L2D1 Karlamov is on line 2. That's convenient. R5 on line 2. That's Maltsev. So Karlamov for Maltsev. And actually, let's see here. Maltsev, and there's no 6. I'm feeling generous. I'm going to say Liavkin as well there for the D1. That's what I felt like doing. So, and we'll take the time off this card. So 40 seconds, I'm going to say here at 9:40 in period 2, it's 4-1 USSR. 2 more minutes come off the clock now, up to minute 11. With a 69, no chance either way. 3 more minutes come off the clock now. We're up to minute 14. And once again, the Soviets have a chance here in game 3. Player M is Slava Nissen on the 4th line there, Vyacheslav Nissen. And Nissen has in the face-off circle, and he doesn't score. Esposito coming up with a save. Much needed one at that. We're up to 17 minutes now, late in period 2. 76, that's going to be just in Canada's range here. Chance to cut the Soviet lead in half. Player A for Team Canada is Paul Henderson. Paul Henderson, he has it in the slot. And actually, once again, we're going to flip and see if Phil Esposito. Yeah, Phil Esposito in goal for the Soviets. If Tretiak makes the save here, with a 3. Okay, so once again, actually, shades, echoes of game 2 there. Paul Henderson, he scores here at 17. We'll take the exact time there. We'll say it's 17:06. And L1D2 for assists. We're going L2D2, so it's going to be Henderson from Bobby Clark picking up another point, but Clark can't assist twice in the same goal. So it's 17:06. Canada cuts Russia's lead in half, trying to get back in the game here. 1 more minute comes off the clock, and with a 55, there could be a penalty. That's not a way to come back into it. So I look at TZ3 on Team Canada. I do see some T's, so actually the Soviets will finish the second period potentially up 5-on-4 unless they score sooner. And in the first minute, it's going to be a shorthanded chance actually back the other way for Team Canada, unless player D, actually because player D, and again, I house rule this, sorry, but this is how I always play it. You can watch my other shootout videos if you don't believe me. Because T is unavailable, Henderson being in the box there and D being Henderson, I'm not going to allow that chance. That is just how I play it. And let's see, and that's going to be actually in the 20th minute here of the second period, a power play chance for the Soviet Union. E for the Soviet Union, that's Boris Mikhailov here. Mikhailov with it in the slot, and that's going to be a 5-2, oh dear, 5-2 here. I'll take the seconds as well. We'll say at 19:30, and L3D1 for assist, no 6. And there is no 6. I can't imagine he would get it unassisted on the power play. I'm going to make the executive decision here to flip one more card. It's going to be Mikhailov. We'll save from Blinov, and I don't see any R5 in that line. So maybe we'll generously award Liavkin with another assist. Again, so the little things like that, little determinations are all kind of arbitrary. It's really in the cards and the opportunities and everything, but it's 5-2 here for USSR basically at the end of the second period, unless this is a 0-minute card, which it is not. So yeah, after 2, it's 5-2 after 2. And for period 3, again in real life, Team Canada collectively, I would imagine, was quite disappointed at having given up a couple of 2-goal leads here in the third game in Winnipeg historically. So I can't imagine, if we could revisit this one in a time machine and some time warp somewhere, what we would have thought had we entered period 3 down by 3 here in game 3. So with that said, actually, it's there'd be no time. Let's see if we get an opportunity here in the opening minute. Actually, there could be a penalty back the other way to USSR here. I'm looking at WY2. So WY2. So here in the opening minute, actually, the Soviets are going to be penalized. Let's flip the next couple of cards. The Canadians could in fact be penalized, though. So I look here, UZ3. No UZ3. Oh yes, there's a Z3 there, Parise. So, okay, I guess I'm going to play four on. Well, it's going to be back to even strength, as far as these cards go here for the next minute. So, let's see here. Wow, a lot of penalty cards coming up back to back. Let's see here. YZ this time, and I'm looking. I do see a Z on Canada. So, hold on a moment. So if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not, the Soviets will have 5-on-3 for a minute and then 5-on-4 for another. I'm going to add 10 to that for the first minute here. Pretty dangerous one. We're 2 in. The Canadians too busy getting penalties on their own here to really get anything going on the power play. That's going to be a shorthanded chance, however. My goodness, a 3-on-5. Let's see here. Player H, unless he's in the box. Z2, there was no Z2 that came up, so Bobby Clark, of all people. Clark, he had, but once again, he doesn't score. And watch this be a shorthanded goal for the next one. There it is. So there you go. Look, equally, Canada was denied a shorthanded goal, and the Soviets were denied a shorthanded goal. I'm happy to see that. So had I been following the official rules of the game, which I deliberately by design do not, because again, these chances are always at the blue line, so I don't like to waste a card on it. Anyway, with that said, again, just a bit of pleaching and game notes and whatnot. So Clark does not score shorthanded, but with a 94, that's going to be actually the 5-on-4 now. Another shorthanded chance here for the Canadians. Player K, unless once again he is in the box, getting a little difficult to keep track, if I'm being honest. Z3, that is Parise. Parise, yeah, he was the final penalty that came up, so I'm not going to allow that shorthanded chance. They were unlikely to, it's unlikely they were going to score on in anyway. So 1 more minute comes off the clock here. 36, that's no chance either way. 4 more minutes come off the clock. Card the Canada really could have used. And with an 86, though, they can use or get the scoring chance here. Player F this time is Dennis Hall. Dennis Hall has it in the face-off circle and no goal. Tretiak with the save. 3 more come off the clock. We're up to minute 12. 34, that's no chance either side. And 1 more minute comes off the clock here. We're at minute 13. Minute 13, that's going to be another scoring chance for Russia. Russia this time with player M. Player M, Boris Mikhailov, had a pretty productive game so far. Has it at the blue line. And he scores! Oh my goodness, Tony Esposito. What are you doing? Surrendering one from the blue line here. Wow, this one here. After echoing history through 2, we have a 6-2 hockey game here. Now allow me to flip for assist before I forget to. So that's Mikhailov from line 3. So I'm going to go L3D1. Mikhailov from Blinov and, Blinov again. So a lot of 1 assist goals here. And I'll take the time off that card. So it's at 13-13 here in period 3. Soviets up by 4. It almost feels like Canada's just kind of phoned it in here for the remainder of this one, or in the third period after I guess their penalty being spoiled by being assessed a couple of their own there. Plus they had to try to kill one off late in period 2. Unsuccessfully. Anyway, 1 more minute comes off the clock here. We're up to minute 14. And that's going to be another scoring chance for Canada, so they don't give up here. Player I, that's Yvon Cornway. Cornway has in the face-off circle once again, and there you go. It's perhaps too little too late, but Cornway here with, I'll say, a 14:55 at period 3. L1D2 here for the assist. 6, that's nobody. And with left defenseman, I did say D2, so that's going to be Guy Lapointe. Cornway from teammate Guy Lapointe here with 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the contest. 1 more minute comes off the clock now. We're up to minute 15. 82, that's another chance here for Team Canada. They're barnstorming late. They did rally late in game 2. Player A for Team Canada is Paul Henderson. Who's really, caught fire early in this series as well. From the face-off circle, Paul Henderson once more scores. So suddenly it's 6-4. Hold on here. Let's see. I'll take the time from that. It's at 15:48 here. Henderson making it 6-4. L2D2. Line 2 center is Bobby Clark in the right wing, so it's going to be a straight second line here. Henderson from Clark and Ellis. Clark picking up at least his second point in the game as well. And with about 3:40 to go here, let's see. Canada's probably going to look to pull Tony Esposito in a couple. And that, unfortunately, is going to be a flip for time, and that's going to be 3 minutes off the clock right away. Let's see if Canada can get a chance here. Indeed, they can. So here we go now. Just a couple of minutes to go. who says there's no magic in these cards here. This is shootout hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Yvonne Cornway, once again, he's been quite prolific thus far in the series from the blue line, though I don't like his chances quite as much. Oh, and we're going to actually flip to see if Tretiak makes a save here. I swear I did not manipulate this deck whatsoever. With a 7, Tretiak makes a big save. He comes up with a big one when he really needs to, stymieing Canada's late momentum, so they're going to have to pull Tony Esposito from goal here. And so Esposito, he's going to head to the bench, and let's see Canada with the net empty. Let's see what they can do in the next couple. There's going to be nothing here going into minute 19. In the 20th minute, once again, nothing. And just again, a house rule or home brew, whatever you want to call it. I checked to see if there's a 0 minute. There is not. So you could argue there was an empty net goal there. I would say it was probably more likely than not well past the buzzer, and they wouldn't have had the opportunity to do it. So the final horn sounds on this one. It's 6-4 here for the Soviets. In Game 3, they're going to take a 2-1 lead here in my replay of the series. Anyway, anytime, any consideration that you give to anything like this, while it's never expected, it's certainly always appreciated. And yeah, there you have it. You know, USSR taking a 2-1 lead in the series. All right, that's definitely more than enough out of me for the time being, so bye for now.